and welcome to my next theory lesson in this series. Today we're doing something pretty special. We're working on key signatures. Now, before you do this lesson, I hope that you listened to the previous lesson because we talked about the circle of fifths and how to find how many sharps or flats are in a given key. So you really need to know that before you do this lesson, because this lesson builds on that and shows us how to write those sharps or flats, how to write that key signature. So today, I'm just going to draw my staff here with my treble clef. And today I'm going to show you how to write all the sharps in, first of all. And to do that, I also want to show you a little sentence that helps us remember what order we put the sharps and flats in. So our sentence is, Father Charles goes down and ends battle. Now, just like when we were learning how to notate the notes, we learned every good boy deserves fudge and how to spell face. We're going to do the same thing with this by taking the first letter from each of the words, and this is the order that the sharps are written in. So, Father, we're going to go to the very top line and draw our F sharp. You cannot put the F down here. There's a certain spot on our staff that these sharps and these flats have to go on. So they're not interchangeable. So Father Charles, so you come down to the C space, making sure that little tic-tac-toe spot is right on the note that you're wanting. Father Charles goes, is going to be above the lines, down, the A is here, and ends battle. So that's the order of the sharps. So if you were doing the key of G major and it has one sharp, you would use just the F sharp. If you were doing a key of A major, you'd need 3 sharps. And again, refer back to your circle of fifths so that you know how many, for instance, in the key of A. So A major has 3 sharps, so you write Father Charles and goes. So this is the order that the sharps go in. Make sure you're nice and neat with that little tic-tac-toe spot being on the exact note that you wanted. Now, for the bass clef, actually I'll just put it down here. We can still see there. So we've gotten 5 lines. Oh, I didn't mean for the bass clef. I meant for the flats. So I'm going to do another treble clef. And for the flats, if I'm writing them in the treble clef, we use the same sentence, but we do it backwards. Battle ends and down goes Charles' father. So the first flat I'll write is my B. And flats are written, it kind of looks like a little B. So there's my B for battle, ends, and down goes Charles' father. This one's even easier than the sharps to remember. It's kind of down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It has a little pattern there. But that's where the flats go in the treble clef. Now I'm going to erase these. You're welcome to pause the video if you wanted to notate that yourself on some staff paper so you had that. If you are using the book, it's already in the book so you can see how that pattern looks in there. But I'm going to erase these so I can just show you where the bass clef sharps and the bass clef flats will go. So we keep the same sentence. It's a sentence for sharps and for flats. That doesn't change. So we have our 5 lines and our bass clef. And Father for the sharps. Father Charles goes down and ends battle. So that's where the bass clef sharps will be positioned. And again, for the flats, you're going to take that same sentence, but you're going to do it backwards, starting with battle ends. And your battle will be down there on that second line for B. Battle ends, and down goes Charles, and father is going to hang underneath the lines. So again, you can pause the video and re-notate that for yourself to remember or reference the book. But memorize the sentence memorize from the last lesson your circle of fifths so you know. Because from here on, you're going to be practicing writing different key signatures out. You're going to use the key signatures when you're given a scale to notate. You'll be given a piece of music with sharps or flats already in it, and you'll have to say what key is that. So you have to count how many sharps, how many flats, use your circle of fifths. But this sentence is vital. You go forward for the sharps and you do the sentence backwards for the flats using the first letter from each, and remembering each of these has a special spot to put those flats and sharps. They can't just go on any F or any G. They have to be in their exact spot. And this is standard throughout all instruments, so it's vital for you to remember this one. Thanks very much.